What that is that?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kuntry Time. And I know that it's pixelated. There is not a damn thing I can do about it. Y'all let me know about the audio because I have a new microphone and I don't know how well it's working. I don't know anything about it. What's up, 3D Jimmy? Hardman, let me tell you, and that's part of my week of hell is trying to get this internet stream working just right. And it may have cleared up now because I see that I'm sending out 1.3 megabits. So let me check it. Let me look on YouTube and see what I got here. Yeah, look at there. It looks great now on YouTube. How about that? I'm getting 720p. Freaking awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you probably are getting some all right, so it should have cleared up. But I've been working all week trying to get that. And you probably are getting some weird. It's on my hat. I might be able to put it on my glasses and it'll be better. I don't know. Y'all watch your ears. This thing is a pain. It is a completely new microphone to me. Completely new. So it might be. Let me see. Let me try it right here. Is that better? Is the sound better there? I don't know. I can't. Are you still getting the feedback? I can see. And see, I had to pump this up so loud I did that. I did that. Without a hat on, I hear you, brother. But here's the thing. All right, so let me say this. I've been waiting. Wilco Eleveld, he'll be in here maybe later. I don't know. He sent me two of these, two Sapphire RX 570 graphics cards. We waited. He sent them off on September 9th. I got them, I think it was Wednesday. Okay. But before we get into that, I want to talk to y'all about Monday was okay. They started replacing light poles right down here. Yeah, I can imagine this. I need to get a little mixer so that I can do sound a little better. Now I can try this if y'all like. Let's try this. Let's try this out. I haven't tried this. This might actually work better. It may look stupid, but you know what? I ain't never y'all. I'm gonna mute the mic for a minute, so give me just a second.
Thing about it is, I don't know. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is it worse? Is it loud? Too loud? Let me know. I need to know because it is completely pegged out on my OBS over here. Sound got worse. It's too loud. Okay. How about now? Is that better? Y'all let me know. Still over the top loud. Okay. How about now? I'm turning it way down here. I'll tell you what. Let me go over here. Set this to 0. Hit close. Now I can turn it down. Test 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Plug in right. It buzzes when I speak. I cannot hear it, so. How about now? Testing. Check 1 2. Is that better? Worse? No good? No good. Testing. Check. Is that too loud? No, I'd almost agree with you, Andrew. This microphone may not, this whole system may not be any good. I might just go back to the snowball for a little bit. What's up, Sean Gould? Anything? Add move volume. What? More volume? No, that should be good, right? I don't know what, I think I'm on normal latency, so it's taking 8 or 9 seconds for y'all to get back with me. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll just listen. How about that? Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's crap. How about like that? 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2. All right, let's try a little more volume. How about now? Is that better? Need a little more volume. How about now? There we go. That sounds better. Well, I know we figured it out. Y'all think I don't work on this crap. I worked on this stuff all week. Hold on. Still don't like where it's at. There, now that's better. Ooh. Does that sound okay to y'all? Ah, there we go. All right. Andrew S. said it's much better, so it must be much better. Oh, too loud. All right, so let's try that and see if that works any better. I was blowing out the thing. Hold on. Still blowing out. Still distorted. Maybe that. There. I'm just going to leave it there. Heck with it. If it gets too loud, y'all let me know if it starts distorting.
It's already distorted. My camera's all jacked up. Now. All right. We'll try it from here. Okay. Mic farther from the mouth. Hold on. Yeah, I do. I do have the noise cancellation working on it. So hopefully that's working better. I turned it down a little bit more because it's still blowing out here. All right, let's get back to Monday. Monday was okay. It wasn't too bad, but they started replacing. God dang it. Yeah, now let's try that. That's a little better. All right, anyway, so Monday they started replacing light poles right down from my house down here. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. All right, and you know, I went down there and said, okay, how much of the time can I expect our power to be going out? Oh no power outages, blah blah blah. What, in 10 minutes, friggin' power went out for 3 hours. 10 minutes after they said that, 3 hours. So, anyway, all week we have been having power outages during the day. And y'all know I work from home. So, it's difficult. It's really difficult. So that's one part of my issue. And Wilco, I will get to you in just a second. Thank you very much. And I've already talked about you for a second. You weren't here. But here's the deal. So we've been having power outages all day, all week long. Not so bad. That's not a bad thing. Let me mute that. So I'm working and power's going out, blah blah blah. And okay, not a big deal. Tuesday, car crashed into the cell tower base station down here, took our cell tower offline. No cell service. That's why there was no stream on Tuesday. They had to rebuild the base station or whatever is at the bottom of the cell tower. She bent the cell tower, blah blah blah. What's up, Jim? How are you? So we had all of that going on this week. Okay, that was through Tuesday. All right, Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday, Wilco sent me the video cards that he had, or I got the video cards that he had sent out on the 9th of September. Okay, that was when he sent them out. Was the 9th of September. All right, so I put those in my computer on Wednesday. Is it? I don't know. I'm at a loss as to what to do with the sound until I get a better setup or whatever. Because having a snowball right here in front of me, you can't do anything. Anyway. But I'm not gonna move it much because I don't really want to blow you out. I don't want it to sound like crap. So this is what we got. Anyway. So I had no internet Tuesday over here. At the house I did, so I went back to work on Wednesday. Well, then the freaking internet went out on Wednesday at the house. They got the internet back on over here Wednesday afternoon, but for some reason, CenturyLink DSL was down most of the day Wednesday. Said it would be back on at 7. They had an outage. All right. Wednesday, so I put these in my machine. Put 2 RX, he sent me 2 RX 570s out of a mining rig, I think is what he said that he had. He had redid the firmware and blah, blah, blah. So I put them in yesterday. Hanging above me so it's out of sight. I mean, I can put it right here. Here, let's do that. The hell with it. Till I get my sound right, I'll do that. Snowball. Now, how's that? Can you hear me now? So, let me turn this off. These things, this one had a 5-star review with like 1,000 people. Can you hear me now? All right. Anyway. Yay, Snowball. All right, good deal. I can turn it up just a little bit if it's too... Y'all let me know if it's too loud. Anyway, so I put these in Wednesday. And dude, I'm going to tell you, it was rocking, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go do some benchmarks. Here, let me turn on this camera right here. Tabletop. So I was like, let me go do some benchmarks. Uh-oh, don't fall over. Man, I need a heavier base. Let me go do some benchmarks with 2 friggin' RX 570s in here. So I fired up the, what was it? Cinebench? No, it's not Cinebench. 3D Mark. 3D Mark. Because that's, you know, the whatever. So I get into 3D Mark and I hit go. My computer crashed. So I'm like, okay. So then I put them both back in and I turned on Nova Bench, which is another, it's an all-encompassing 3D testing and CPU testing and all that. So I went to that and it ran good, and the video card scored about twice what my other video card scored. So I was like, sweet. So I started to go edit a video. I went and into Adobe Photoshop and I dragged my video over and everything worked fine. I dragged the video to the timeline and my computer crashed. So I'm like, okay. That's not good. So I'm like, okay, maybe my power supply doesn't have enough oomph to power 2 video cards. All right. So I go in there and I take one of them out. I take this one out. This one that I've got in my hand. This exact one. Take it out, leave the other one in. So I get back in and I go, okay, let's do Nova Bench. Boom, it's jamming. So I'm like, okay. I do 3D Mark. It goes through and it gives me, it almost doubled my frame rate. I'm telling you, over the GTX 760 that I have in there now, and we'll get to that. So it works great, okay? So I'm like, sweet. So I go back into Adobe Photoshop, drag my video over because it didn't save earlier. Drag my video over, put it in my timeline, crash. Video, it goes down. So I'm like, okay, let me check. So I uninstalled all the AMD Radeon software. I made sure everything was a clean install, did that. Now, mind you, this is probably, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So, because I do have to work too. So I did that. So then I got on Adobe Photoshop or Premiere, not Photoshop. Dragged the video in, dragged it to the timeline, it crashed again. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. So I took it out, I put it back in the GTX 760, reinstalled all the NVIDIA hardware, tried that, and I go, wait a minute, I haven't tried this card by itself. So I took that one out, put this one in, lo and behold, everything worked. 3D Mark worked, Adobe Premiere worked, all the benchmarks, everything worked. This thing was screaming. I was like, yes, right? So that was, I finally figured that out probably about, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock last night. And then I had to go home and get up this morning and come to work. So I get up this morning, I come over here and everything's all hunky-dory. And I go into Visual Studio and I start working. Okay. So I went into Visual Studio, started working, whatever. My computer shut off. It wouldn't turn back on. I mean, just would not. It was dead. Yeah, it's a Ryzen 5 2600X. But it would not even turn on. No power button, so I turned it off. I unplugged the motherboard, unplugged this card, plugged everything back in, hit the power button, and it turned on. It booted up. Then it crashed again, and it would not come back on. So this card, and believe me, okay, so I put the NVIDIA back in it, took everything else off of it, put the NVIDIA software back on there. It boots up fine. Everything was good. It was not a heat issue, Michael Cassell. This, I let this sit out for, I don't know, half the day. Okay, and instead of taking out my NVIDIA, I plugged this one back in. My system would not boot up. With this card plugged in, my system will not boot. So something is broken on this card. Don't know what it is, but it's broken. Okay, so there we go. What's up, Ricky Tanner? I've been missing you, buddy. How was your trip? Anyway, so I'm like, okay. So I'm on the GTX 760 and everything's working great, except I go testing streaming, okay? And OBS is just not working with the 760. I don't know if it's the NVC driver or NEVC, whatever it is. It doesn't work well with that video card. It was working great with this one yesterday when I tested it. I mean, this thing is rock solid, and it's an RX 570, which is a much newer card than the GTX 760. So anyway, so I'm sitting there today, you know, and I work and do my work and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, at lunchtime, I'm like, let me see. So I plug in the other RX 570 into the secondary slot, tighten it down, turn it on, open it up, install the AMD software, and I boot from it. Okay? Well, no, I booted with the GTX 960 in there. Okay? Or 760, not 960, 760. And that was free as well. Clint, I think, I can't remember. I have to go to my email. Anyway, so I put this one back in there, and I talked to Wilco, and he's like, well, they were in a mining rig, which I didn't know that before. Didn't really care. The man sent them to me for free, and that was friggin' awesome. But, well, 2 rolls of filament. But anyway, he sent these to me, and so I updated the BIOS again on the one that's in there now. Okay, and then I tried to take out the GTX 760 and boot from it, and it exhibits the same exact behavior. Okay, it is crashing when you try to use the graphics part of it in certain workloads. Benchmarks, Adobe Photoshop. I can play a game on it. It works great for playing a game on. It doesn't crash. It doesn't overheat. None of that. And for somebody said heat just a second ago, I actually had the monitor up watching the heat. Yeah, Wilco, I already flashed the firmware. This one is dead. it will not, it doesn't matter if I plug it into the secondary slot, the primary slot, my computer will not boot with this card in it. Will not. So this one, I don't know, it just died. But the one that's in there now is what is running OBS. It's what my camera is running through right now. Now I don't know what my stream quality is right now. It should be pretty good. I tested with this with OBS. I tested with StreamYard. I tested. Yeah, it is strange. It really is strange. This card is no good. The other one, like I said, I reflashed the firmware. I flashed it to a different version, then flashed it back. Everything went smoothly. It's reporting like it should. Drivers are in there. Everything was good. Okay. But anyway, this stream OBS is running on the card. I have the AMD encoder and OBS is running off of that. I can't drive any monitors. I can't use it to game. I can't use it to do anything else except for OBS. And this one, like I said, is dead. I was going to take it apart, and we can do that if you want to. I'll move this camera up. We can take this apart. I don't care. This one is no good, and I hate to say that. I hate to do that, but it is just, it's no good. This card is absolutely no good. But first, before we do that, I did have some successes. I'm going to put this back down here. I did have some successes this week. Y'all might have seen them on Twitter. And this is off of the Creality LD001 printed after Robbie Mack had asked me about how did my FEP go? How did it go after my FEP change? This is, I got a card running halfway, Wilco, but this one is after the FEP. This was the first print after I put my new FEP on there. What's up, Blasto? Look, I'm not gonna troubleshoot a card. I'm really not. I have a buddy that works in computers in Georgia, and Okay, Wilco, have a good night, buddy. What's a FEP? That's a plastic sheet that goes on the bottom of a resin printer. It is the, hold on, let me see if that'll stay focused. Nope, hold on. Let me open my camera software here and turn off autofocus once I get it focused on that. Now it shouldn't move again. All right. Anyway, I don't think it should anyway. No, it's good. Anyway, so the what's up, Joshua Clemens? But anyway, I thought about looking into this and seeing what video cards are all about, but I'm not going to. Wilco sent me these for free, and I am very, very grateful. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not grateful. All right, so let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. Did he? What did Prusa release? I didn't see it. And normally, yeah, she turned out fantastic, I will tell you. And I also did the Tower of Rapunzel, but it's at my house right now. Guess I need to turn autofocus back on, huh? But she turned out fantastic. But I've got a couple other prints I want to show you too, because those were the highlights of my week. What's up, Mike? How are you? Those were really the highlights of the week. And I'm going to pop this in here, move you back a little bit. There we go. Turn back on autofocus. See if it'll focus. Yeah, there we go. First off, I did the happy pilot, or cheerful pilot, or whatever it's called. Cheerful pilot, that's it. And I know it's hard to see, but y'all checked out that detail. Look at that. That is so smooth up there, I'm telling you. This is a friggin'... Was it Carl Schumann? I missed it. But this detail on this is friggin' amazing. And I have done nothing to this model since it printed. And this was printed on my Nemesis, but right behind me. The TiVo Little Monster. So this was printed on the TiVo Little Monster. 0.2 layer height. It took like 11 hours or something like that. So then I'm like, okay, let me try another. So I printed Dumbledore. And he also turned out friggin' amazing. I mean, it is just friggin' awesome. No post-processing whatsoever. Look at the even the top of his hat is friggin' baby butter smooth. The detail is crazy. It is fantastic. Now, I also had some proof cement. Let's try this out. Y'all know who that is, don't we? Can't get my camera back far enough. There's no processing on this print either. Did not process anything. I told y'all. Yes, Deadpool. I told y'all when me and Chris did the thing on Sunday, I learned a lot about things to change. And dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, play with your slicer. I ain't painting nothing. I'll bring it to you, Robbie Mac. You can paint it. So play with your slicer. Learn about the slicer settings. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is just something that you must do. You must do that. All right, so we have 1 week. Oh, I love this thing. I really do love this friggin' print. My wife's favorite princess is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Oh, yeah, Cinderella, but it's hard to find a Cinderella model. If anybody's got a good one, something that's like this for Cinderella, let me know. And I haven't forgot about the Stargate. It's just, if I try to do stuff now on the Stargate, it's going to be rushed, and I don't really want to. I told y'all I want to take my time. It's just one of those things that I want to take my time on. And if I don't take my time, then I'm going to screw it up, and I've spent too much time just to screw it up. Oh. But anyway, so I don't want to screw it up. So it'll probably be after ERRF when I get back on it, because I've got a lot of soldering to do. And this week I've had time to do nothing. Nothing at all. I've got a mess in my floor. And matter of fact, I don't know if Wilco saw yesterday or Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Wednesday. Stargates get better with age. Wednesday, when the video cards were delivered, my mail normally runs at 10:30. Well, I didn't know that he had a signature on the package, but I was like, I want to get them, so I'm gonna go over. And I sit at the house and I waited. And I waited. And I got there about like 10:20, and I waited and I waited and I waited. Waited till 11:30, and there was no mail. Like, what the hell? So I go out to the mailbox, and there's a "sorry we missed you" thing. She came at 10:02. She came 28 minutes early, right? So I'm like, all right, sweet. Let me go see. So I'm riding down the road. I get about a half a mile down the road, and there's a flag up on a mailbox, and it's on my aunt's house. So I go in and I ask my aunt, hey, what time's your mail normally run? She said normally 12 to 1:30. I'm like, okay. Well, she was 30 minutes early to my house. Maybe she'll be 30 minutes early to yours. It was like 15 after 11 or something like that. So I'm like, if you don't mind, I'm just going to sit out here and wait on her. So anyway, I sit there. And she got there at 12:45. I sit there for an hour and 30 minutes
waiting. Oh, was it? Yeah, 11:15, 11:20-ish to 12:45. So I sit there with my truck running in the ditch, just waiting on the mail lady. And the thing is, she pulled up and she goes, I was hoping I'd see you again. I started to sign it for you and just leave it on your porch. But, you know, I don't know about that. I said, anytime if you ever do that again, do it again. Do it. Because theft is not the problem we have out here. Old curmudgeon, you'll be working in Tallahassee the week of the 21st. Well, guess what? I will be in Tallahassee on the 24th of October because I have a appointment at 1 o'clock at the VA hospital. So hit me up when you're here and we might be able to grab some lunch or something. That'll be after ERRF too. No, Jimmy, there's a Gulf Coast community that's up another highway behind my house here. And there's quite a few houses down that way. Okay, so she had to go and do her route down there. So I can see that. And if she had a lot of packages in there, plus there's like a retirement community there and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so, and then no big deal. No big deal. Anyway, I got them and then y'all know the rest of it. Well, then today, like I said, I worked on that stuff all day and I had to work too. So I had my day job that I had to do. And, well, last night at midnight, I need to go back to that. I was in there watching TV, you know, watching whatever show on. We were in the bed, me and Regina sitting there watching, I think it was Smallville. We started watching Smallville and I think we're in season 7 now. But we're sitting there watching TV and all of a sudden it just quits. I'm like, it's like 12:20 at night, in the morning. So I'm like, what the hell? So I go out and check my modem. And it's got all the lights on it that it's supposed to have. All of them. All right. So I'm like, okay. That'll work. And, hold on. Got something in my ball. So I unplug it and reboot it. Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing. No internet whatsoever. And I don't know about y'all. I sleep with the TV on. So I was like, what the crap? So luckily I had my other modem. So I took the SIM card out of my tablet that I use for my drone, put it into that modem, stuck it in a back window, and got the crappiest service, but it was good enough to turn back on Smallville and go to sleep. So I got that and then got up this morning. We had internet. I don't know. It went out at midnight and come back on before the morning. I really don't know. And the thing is, it must not have been out over 2 hours because I never got a notification from my thermostat. And I set that at 2 hours. When I first got it, it was set at like 15 minutes. And if it lost signal for 15 minutes, it would send the service would send you an email. And I'm like, I don't even want it to be checking that often. So I changed it every 2 hours. So it must not have been off for a super long time, but why? Why does it go off at midnight? Why would the internet just stop at midnight? Anybody that works in cell phones or whatever, tell me. Y'all tell me. How's the video? Is it still holding solid? Yeah, it looks like it's pretty good. There we go. All right, good deal. That's pretty clear, I have to say. System update server. I guess it had to do with the outage from yesterday. You know, it's funny. I popped over to YouTube to see how the video quality was, and I saw Chris Gulata's and Gandor's comments, and then I popped back over here, and they weren't here. So there's a delay between YouTube and StreamYard, and then you have the latency of the service. Yeah, but it was 12, man. Come on. HBO did an expose, a documentary. They're doing a 4-part documentary series about a week in the life of college football. And the first episode, season 1, episode 1, was the Florida Gators. Oh, Florida Gators. Woo! Anyway, so I signed up for the trial of HBO last night so I could watch it. And now I got to cancel my trial because I'm not paying $15 a month just for HBO. That's ridiculous. ERRF, I will be in Maryland in 7 days. 7 days from today, Chris Riley and I will meet at the airport. So, Sean Gould, that was my DSL that went down. I was actually using the cell modem to watch TV on after that. Anyway, so 7 days, I will be meeting Chris Riley at the airport, and we will be going to Bel Air, Maryland. I don't know what we're doing Thursday night. Maybe so, Tristan. Maybe so. I don't know what we're doing Thursday night. There are no plans. There was I think the reason we were coming in on Thursday to begin with was that there was a thing at Printed Solid, but they have moved that, I think, to Friday. So now Thursday night's open. Sweet, Martin. Are you coming in on the 10th as well? But Chris Riley and I are going to be whatever we're doing together. I don't know. And he's getting the car, so he's determining where we go and how we get there and when we go and when we get there. Not me. Oh, Printed Solid thing is Saturday, so they moved it to Saturday. Well, I mean, I'm getting in at 10:56 in the morning, and I think Chris is getting there at like 11:50 in the morning. So yeah, we're gonna go to the hotel, but I'm hoping we can find some of the 3D printing guys coming in early that we can hang out with. That's what I'm hoping. No guarantees of that. But see my little Y splitter to split off my power because I've only got one video card power, so I had to get. And the thing is, a 2-pack was cheaper than a 1-pack. It was $5.99 for 2 or $7.99 for 1. Don't need 2, just need 1. But there you go. So. And before y'all say anything about the video card, with the 1 in it, I just had it plugged in directly. I didn't have a splitter. So, all right. Well, Martin, maybe we'll see you and Ron. I don't know. I'll see what Chris is wanting to do. Oh yeah, that's from New York. Oh, it's what's up, Viking? How are you, Thomas? It's I don't know, a couple hours maybe. From New York to Maryland. It's not long. And see, that's weird for me because of where I live. You know? A couple hours to me, and I'm barely into Georgia. But up there, you can go a couple hours and be across like 6 states. I don't know, Martin. It's the Hilton Garden Inn somewhere. I don't know. Chris got the hotel room too. I don't know. I'm just showing up. That's it. But I don't have much more for the stream. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. That's what my week has been like. And here, I'll show you my table. Look at my table. Look at that. Can you see that mess? You see that? Up here? I don't even have my monitors hooked up correctly because I was trying different monitor configurations and all of that stuff. So, if you can see that, I know it's hard to see on your phone. That's what it looks like. The Stargate stuff is still here. Here. Nope, I've got the side off my case right there. Got my magnifiers up there. You can see my meter. It's a mess. Even the vape smoke. Good. Good, I'm glad. Well, and maybe this will work. This video card will work until I can get a new one. Okay? And I will work on that. When I saw how much of a difference it made, that it made to the stream, because the stream has been, yeah, I had a little bit right up front, but the stream has been pretty, well, extremely clear. And if I go over here, let me pull up my hardware monitor. I want to see what the video card says it's doing. Let's see what we got here. It says 0. So the video card's not doing anything. This is all processor, I guess, since I'm just using the video and not actually streaming or resizing anything. So I really don't know. I don't know what the cause is. I don't know what the difference is, unless it's taken, because it's showing 0. I mean, absolutely nothing on the RX 570. I don't know. I don't really care. As long as it's clear, I'm good. Looks tidy to you? I bet. I bet it does. I bet it does. So, what's everybody else working on? All right, because I've got my printers printing nicely. Oh, I did make another project this week, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's actually working. No, it's set. OBS is set to graphics encode. I've got it set on the H264 AVC encoder, AMD Advanced Media Framework encoder. I've got it set on YouTube and balanced, but that's used for streaming. And right now, it's really not doing anything except for resizing the video. So that may be it. It's fast enough to resize the video. Yes, Mike, it did make a difference. It completely made a difference. So, I have to say, at least that's doing that. It is doing that. I didn't pull up the hardware monitor. That's what I wanted to see. But it really shouldn't take much to resize a video in real time from 1080p to 720p. Let me see if it's got any utilization whatsoever. Yeah, see on the hardware monitor, it's showing that the GPU, wait, that's the 760. Nope. The RX 580 is making no difference. And it says that the GPU on the 760 is running at about 10%. But I couldn't get this before with just the 760 in there. Man, I can't wait for the cold. I'm sorry. I might fuss about it a couple days, but I can't wait for the cold. I'm ready for winter time. But yeah, it's not using, it's like it frees up the GPU to do what it needs to do, but it's not doing anything. Under the GPU and video encode, yeah, I mean it is. That's the thing. Yeah, on my video setting, I have it rescaling in bicubic from 1920 1080 to 1280 by 720, and on the output I have the preset set to YouTube, balanced, and 1500 on the bitrate. So whatever. No, on Task Manager it wasn't doing anything. I did not, Jimmy. Was it good? I like watching Teaching Tech sometimes. Some of his stuff is pretty interesting to me. Not all of it, but some of it. But anyway, I talked to a man today in Camilla, Georgia, and he runs a computer store. I worked for him back in 94-ish. So I did talk to him. I talked to him this morning and was talking to him about a video card and seeing if he was doing had any used ones or anything that I might be able to pick up pretty cheap. And he's like, no. He said, but maybe I could do a sponsorship of your channel, because he does prepaid cell phone cards, computer hardware, and some herbal supplement or something. Echo. Hang up. So he can he's thinking about sponsoring by doing advertisements on here. You were way behind in the stream. Sorry. So and he's going to think about it this weekend. And if he does that, you know, we'll come up with a monetary value of his sponsorship. And then I may just trade him out for video card or even a better processor. Get a Ryzen 9 3900X. Because if he wants a year's worth of advertising, it's going to be worth, you know, $1,800, $2,000 for him. So, oh wow, Matt. I just hung up on the prize patrol. You betcha. You betcha. Hello. Let me talk to you about your car warranty. Or, hello. This is MasterCard and Visa. Wanting to talk to you about your Visa account. All day, every day. And then the emails are, hello, your Apple account has been blah, blah, blah. I don't even have an Apple account. So hopefully, you know, if he sees the value in it, then that's fine. You know, I don't know if he will or not. I don't know if I have enough views. I've got the headset for it. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see. And I'm probably going to send that microphone back because it seems to be a piece of crap. Listen, I got on there on Shane's last day of work on the 1st. And I didn't bother him, Matt. I didn't really I got on there to say, you know, I hate that you're not going to be at the other end of my Prusa needs from now on. Now, a couple days before that, I did get on there. Oh, wait. No, you're right. You're right. I did get on there when I first got on here. He goes, oh, God, what do you have a problem with? And I think I said something like, I've got a problem with my Creality MK ANET 3S. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I think he copied and pasted it into the message on the 3DP After Dark. But I did. I got on there and said that. But the rest of our conversation was really, I hate it that he's going to be gone, but I hope that whatever he does in the future, and we'll talk about it at ERRF next week. Whatever he does in the future, I hope him the best. Shane's a great guy, and I hope he does really well at it. Let me tell you, I called CenturyLink when our internet was down because I'm like, I paid the bill. There ain't nothing happened in my house. Something's wrong. And I got on and did our online troubleshooter, and it didn't say there was an issue. So I'm like, okay. And this is going to be the last story, and then we'll get off of here. I'm going to go eat supper with my wife. I'm going to be gone for 5 days next week. I want to spend some time with her this week. So, anyway, I called CenturyLink, and it was late. I couldn't understand her. It's funny, Matt. So I get on there and I couldn't understand the lady, and normally I don't mind overseas, but I couldn't understand her. Okay, so I asked, please give me somebody in the United States. She said, okay, but first let me ask you. And I'm like, no. You have my account information. I'm an account holder. Please send me to somebody in the United States. So she's like, okay, hold on. So I hold on for like 10 minutes. It sounded like the same lady picked up. So I said, where are you located? And she said, I'm in Southeast Asia. I'm like, okay, can I speak to somebody in the United States, please? Okay, and they have to, believe it or not. That's a law for a customer for 24-hour call support in the U.S. If you have an overseas call center, there must be a backup in the United States that they can be transferred to. For those of y'all that didn't know that. Anyway, so I'm put on hold again for another 20 minutes. And finally, a guy picked up, sounded like he was from Texas. Couldn't hardly understand him either. But he said there was an outage. It should be done, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, about 5 minutes later, I got a, hey, your service has been restored. And I'm like, okay, sweet. So I get on, I check my thermostat. Nothing. Check my cameras. Nothing. I'm like, I don't think it's been resolved. So anyway, I was going on my way to Crawfordville. I had to buy I had to renew all the tags for the cars. So I get back, go inside. Sure enough, no internet. So I reboot the modem. Still no internet. I'm like, okay, cool. So I call CenturyLink. This time I got a Pakistani or Indian guy that I could understand. And I'm like, okay, what's the deal? And he's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Gray. They cleared one outage and then started another one 30 seconds later. What's up, David Olson? So they said, okay, we fixed it, but now it's broke again, like 30 seconds later. It was stupid. And he said, and it looks like it'll be 7 p.m. local time when it's fixed. Okay. Yeah, okay. And it was fixed later. It was probably about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. But it's just kind of dumb. Don't send me a text saying it's fixed and it's still broken. Don't do that. But that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. It was a relaxing stream. Thank y'all for being here and listening. Just straight up listening to me ramble on. Because that's all I've done this chat. And I will see you Sunday. Hopefully I will be in a good mood. Florida plays Auburn on Sunday. Go Gators. The hardest game of the season for them. I may or may not be in a good mood on Sunday. We will find out. But hopefully my video will be 5x5. My audio, I'm going to stick with the snowball until I can get a better solution. But thank you all. I mean, really, really and truthfully, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in. And I promise that after ERRF, we will get back on track and doing what we need to do. I don't know that I'm going to go to Murph next year. It depends on when it is. If it's in April, I might go. If it's in March, don't know that I'm going to go. So we will see. And y'all have a good night, fellas. Thank y'all for being here. And thank you for being members of the Kuntry Klub. Y'all take care.